Hey everybody, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. How you guys doing this Friday night? What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week it was. My aunt came out the hospital finally, and she came out on, was it Tuesday? Yeah, I believe it was Tuesday she came out. But she is still recovering. It's going to be a long recovery from open heart surgery and everything. She can't really walk up flight of stairs as yet. So, we're just trying to do what we got to do. And that's why I didn't have a live on Wednesday. And I might not be able to do two lives Monday and Friday. I might just be able to do just the Friday lives so that I can be able to spend more time with family, help out as much as I can, and do what needs to be done. You guys have to understand that when you have a big family, we all try to do what needs to be done and come together. Guys, as you come in, please like the video, really appreciate it, or like the stream, I would say, and announce yourself so I know who is here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. My brothers and sisters, I found out today actually that I crossed over 4,000 watch hours. I'm so proud. I mean, it's an amazing, been an amazing journey these past 6 7 months on YouTube, and for me to be able to reach 4,000 watch hours is a big achievement, especially reaching it in a sort of, I wouldn't say a short amount of time, but within the 6 months, which was something that I didn't expect I'll be able to do. I gave myself a year to really get into the groove of things and trying to figure out how I'm going to make my channel or what I'm going to discuss on my channel. And I was able to really get things situated and move forward. So I'm really, really happy. I thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. Uh, let's have to do a couple of technical things real quick before we get into the show. So just bear with me, guys. If you guys, as you guys come in, please like the video. Really appreciate it. Like the video, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you who comes in because I love you guys. I care about you guys, and I wouldn't have been able to even get over 4,000 watch hours if it wasn't for you, the viewers at home, the viewers in your car. Well, please don't just listen to me in the car. Don't watch me. I don't want you to get in an accident. Okay, and if you're listening to me at work, I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm gonna do real quick. I just gotta do one quick thing, and then I'm gonna come right back. All right, guys. I had to get my Curatine mixed with some grape juice. I thought I had it, and I realized I didn't have it next to me, and it's going to be a good one tonight. We are going to talk about oh, Grand Miss, my brother. I really appreciate you. This celebratory stream is sponsored by Boar's Head. Yes, yes, sponsored by Boar's Head. Indeed, I went to the supermarket and I got some honey ham. They had it on sale. I wonder why they had it on sale, but I enjoyed it, and I'm still here. So hey, the Boar's Head didn't kill your boy, and it is what it is. Okay, yes. So please yes, you head to your local deli and say that Kill sent you, and maybe, just maybe, they'll give you 10% off. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, my brother. Yeah, she's doing okay. She's not back to her normal self, but it's gonna take time. Surgery is not something that you can just bounce from it. It's not like a foot surgery or something like that. It's real serious. But shout out to you, my brother. Really, really appreciate you. Really appreciate the articles that you sent me. Okay. I have made quite a few videos based off the articles that you sent me. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And shout out to all of you guys who are joining me. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, it's going to be a good show. I have planned, of course, to celebrate 4,000 watch hours, to talk a little bit about the news, and also I have a special guest who should be coming on at 9 o'clock. So I'm hoping that she does come on. All right, she's another YouTuber as well, and just try to promote her channel and everything she discusses what her channel is about, and so that we can go from there. I want to try to really reach out to different YouTubers and give them an opportunity to come on this platform, or I go on their platform, and we'll be able to help each other, because YouTube is a community of people, billions of people, where we can be able to communicate and be able to come together. So I really appreciate. Yes, yes, my brother. Yes, you have. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the Southwest airline pilot who was drunk, who got arrested. That was crazy. Then we're going to go international news and talk about the Middle East. We're going to talk about Israel and Hamas ceasefire. Finally, they laid down the ceasefire agreement, and that war can slow down. So people are saying that they should give Uncle Biden the credit. People are saying they should give Uncle Trump the credit. But I personally feel that whoever's the president at the moment of the ceasefire, credit should be given to them. So yes, we can say that Trump has some dealings in it, and maybe he does, but he is not the current president. Uncle Biden is, so we have to give credit where credit is due. And then we're going to talk about Stacey Abrams. She ran for governor in Georgia about 6, 7 years ago. And they're saying that her organization, or her nonprofit organization, has been fined lots of money. So we're going to go and try to get through all of that. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, oh, Graham, yes, of course. Okay. I can care less who gets the credit. I am glad those hostages will finally be free. Yes, 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 yes. I agree. I agree. I agree. I am thankful that this is about to be somewhat over. The hostages can be freed, and they can kind of move on. So we'll see what happens. All right. So what we're gonna do is we are going to start with the first video, and this is about the Southwest pilot who was drunk on the job. Sorry, let me just edit this real quick. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So we will begin.
Southwest Airlines pilot who's arrested at an airport in Georgia. Excuse me. And charged with driving under the influence. Trevor, all is back
Wow.
with the story for us. Good morning again, Trevor.
Good morning again, Michael. So this was the flight from Georgia to Chicago, and it was all set to take off with passengers on board when law enforcement then boarded too. And they say the problem is the pilot showed up to work intoxicated.
This morning, passengers are demanding answers after police arrested a Southwest Airlines pilot for allegedly being intoxicated at the airport.
If I have to take my
Hold
shoes
on. I'm sorry, guys, but this guy right here, I'm sorry. This guy has a humongous head. Look almost like cone heads. I just said to myself, like, what is that, Dan Aykroyd and cone heads? But I just had to say that. But this is just a crazy situation here with this dang on pilot. And I fly Southwest a lot. So for this to happen, coming from Georgia to Chicago, that's crazy, because I used to go to Georgia a lot, and from Georgia, I used to fly to Chicago to see my daughter. That's wild. Wow.
Demanding answers after police arrested a Southwest Airlines pilot for allegedly being intoxicated at the airport.
if I have to take my shoes off still before I get on a plane, it seems a little weird that I seem to kind of have to wonder if my pilot is sober.
Pilot David Alsop was arrested early Wednesday morning at Savannah Hilton Head Airport. Passenger Robert Newmarch says they were about to take off, but then a flight attendant told them there was a paperwork issue.
Shortly after that, one of the officers came on to the plane. He went into the cockpit and he came back out, He was gone for a couple minutes, and we were just sitting there.
The flight was delayed more than 4 hours while they looked for another
Dang.
pilot. According to a police report, Alsop has been charged with driving under the influence.
We tend to think of
That's
alcohol and
crazy.
transportation as a driving situation. In other words, don't drive drunk. But by the same token, we think of it in above or below a certain tolerance level. There really is no tolerance level in commercial aviation. That should
I
be
hear that.
zero blood alcohol.
Zero.
Southwest
Zero.
Airlines tells ABC they are aware of the situation and the employee has been removed from duty. There's nothing more important to Southwest than the safety of our employees and customers.
And
Wow.
Southwest also apologized to those passengers impacted and said they were booked on new flights if needed. The original scheduled flight time and the time when police say the pilot was intoxicated, 6:05 a.m., guys.
All right, Trevor. Thank you.
That's crazy. You telling me right now that you are that much of a drunk that you drinking so early in the morning? Come on, man. This doesn't make any sense. But I fly Southwest. That's my main airline that I fly. When I'm coming from New York to go to Chicago or New York to Atlanta, that's my main airline. Main airline. I love Southwest because you can get 2 check bags for free, which I feel that most of these airlines should do that, or at least maybe 1 check bag for free or something like that. But wow, that's crazy. Can you imagine if they didn't stop him? Maybe something could have happened. And they're not playing any games now, especially within the past month. We had 2 airplane crashes. So they're not playing any games. This guy, like, I don't know what in the world is going on in his head or in his family life or, personal life for him to have to feel that he needs to drink so early in the morning. If you guys don't understand, alcohol is a depressant. So the more depressed the person is, the more person's going to drink. So what is going on in his life that's making him feel that way? It's not good. It's not good. This is a very, very, very sad situation, but I'm glad that it wasn't worse. Okay, I feel sorry for the pilot a little bit because they need to do an investigation on what is going on with him. How many times maybe he has done this before. So you have to be very, very careful out there. And, shout out to the people at the airport, the TSA agents, and other people who saw him come through and looked at him was like, yo, homeboy look kind of crazy, look kind of off. Let me say something. Those are instances where when you see something, you say something. You don't let it go, because what if they would have let it go and he's in the air and something happens because he's impaired, something happens and boom, a crash. So we have to be very careful. We have to be very, very careful. Well, let me hear from what you guys think. What do you guys feel about this? This is it's crazy, but I think that I'm glad that they stopped him, and he wasn't able to fly the plane. It's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Right? Yeah. Oh yes. Well, that's true. That guy at the front, the guy at the beginning of the video, it could be Conehead Father. You might be right. That was a hilarious movie indeed. I love that movie. I love that movie. Yes, bro. You're right. It's scary to know people are showing up flying drunk. Driving cars is bad enough. Because when they said driving while drunk, I was like, well, did he drive a car coming to the airport? Like that's crazy. And it's so ridiculous because when you in the airport, there's lounges in the airport. So it's who knows when he did it. Well, they said that, I think they said, when I read something, they said that the TSA agent saw him a little bit. So I believe that maybe, like I said, he was drinking way before then. It's crazy. Probably was at a night bar. It could be. It could be. It's just sad, man. It's sad. This is not easy, guys. You guys have to be very, very careful out there. I know there's a lot of problems that we're going through. 2025 is starting off to be a crazy year with a lot of crime, a lot of issues and stuff. But something that I'm going to talk about later with the ceasefire that has been initiated, that's something that we can look forward to. And we can also look forward to seeing what Uncle Trump and Uncle J.D. Vance is going to have in store for the American people. But we just have to really think about it and just make sure that we are good. That's just my opinion, and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But what do you guys think? Grand Miss, do you feel when was the last time you flown? That's a question I should ask. And or anyone who's in the chat can say, when was the last time you guys have flown? And do you guys feel safer to fly, safer to drive, safer to use the trains? Like, tell me what you okay, last year, January 2024. I That's good. I flown last year, December 2024. That was the last time I flew, and I'm actually gonna fly out next week, Friday. So I don't know if it'll be a live next week. It might be. We'll see how everything comes out. But did you feel safe? Do you feel safe flying? Like, do you feel that there won't be any issues? Like, and what airline? Okay, really depends on where you are. That's true. What was the airline that you flew out of? Yeah, I feel safe. I feel safe flying. I feel safe flying. It's something that I love to do, and you flew Delta. The last time I flew Delta from Chicago, O'Hare, because Chicago has two airports. They have Midway and they have O'Hare. So I missed my flight from Midway. I usually would fly Southwest. So I ended up having to book a flight at Delta, and like I had to go all the way to O'Hare. And I did not know how far O'Hare was until I had to go fly with Delta. I realized that wow, it's in the dang near an additional 30 to 40 minutes from Midway Airport, which I learned that day. But everything worked out, so it was pretty good. Um, but the only thing I fear flying is major turbulence or landing gear not working properly. Yeah, major turbulence can make you feel can give you air sickness and stuff like that, and 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 landing gear not working properly is a scary thing as well. Very, very scary. Yeah, I agree. If the plane is a if the plane is a Boeing, what a Boeing was it? Is it 737 or 747? I think the Boeing planes that had a lot of issues and stuff. I think it was a 747 Max or something like that. But I mean, they're doing what they need to do to make sure that the issues that they had before is yeah, true. And what those issues the company is having of late, yeah, the company is having a lot of issues, but they're getting through it. They're getting through it, and I hope that they will be able to really make sure that those issues are fixed because so people can trust them. The last time I flown that we had turbulence, it was in the summertime, and whoo, the turbulence was crazy, crazy, crazy. And the thing that really got me was the fact that I was waiting to get a drink, and the turbulence started coming through, and it's like, oh, they got to shut off the drinking service. And it was a 2-hour flight, so you expect to get, some soda or water and stuff like that. So they were half the cabin, half the plane got drinks, and the other half in the back, because I was sitting in the back, and that's where I like to sit. We didn't get drinks. And I was so pissed off. But it is what it is. It is what it is. They be having too many people's lives on the line. Don't need malfunctioning planes. Yeah, yeah. Now, that plane in South Korea that crashed, I believe they said that the landing gear, something was wrong with the landing gear, which, it's just sad. That was a sad, sad situation. 2 out of 181 lives survived. That's crazy. But you have to understand that you never know when you're going to go out. Just pray that you have a pilot who is going to be on it and doing what needs to be done so that They can make moves. They can make moves. But it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. Let me get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to go to the next thing that or the next news feed I want to talk about, which is the Middle East. And I feel that I am happy to with the H2O. Well, I usually when I'm doing the lives, I usually have the Cura team because it gives me the energy that I need to be on and to be 100% for you guys. So I have the water. I had some water in this cup right here, but I drunk it off. And I said, you know what, let me just pull out that Curatine was in the fridge. So thank you so much for asking. Please, guys, drink up your water. It's very important to drink water. But what we're gonna do, my brothers and sisters, we are going to discuss the ceasefire agreement, and we are going to hear what they have to say about that. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says a deal has been reached to return hostages after a last-minute holdup in the ceasefire agreement. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is in Tel Aviv. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. We're in Hostage Square, where there is a mood of quiet anticipation, cautious optimism that this deal is definitely going through and the hostages will start to be returned. The Israeli Security Cabinet meeting right now, and all the signs indicate that we are on the cusp of this historic breakthrough. If the vote goes as expected, then in 2 days, we should see the first 3 hostages being released by Hamas and then 30 more over the following 6 weeks, a ceasefire, relief for Gaza, and the start of what is promised to be a long and difficult process.
Breaking this morning, a ceasefire in the war in Gaza and hostage release appear set to start this Sunday. Prime Minister Netanyahu's office saying, subject to cabinet and government approval, the agreement will come into force. This after a tense day of last-minute talks and infighting within the Israeli government. The Security Cabinet meeting right now.
I am so happy that they're able to do this. This war has been going on for far too long. So many people have passed, so many people have been killed, both civilian and military. So I hope that as they have this ceasefire, that they can bring in the aid that's desperately, desperately needed for that area. Okay, Palestine is going through a lot. The Gaza Strip is going through a lot. So please bring in the aid. You know, Hamas. You know, let's have this ceasefire and let's end this war. Let's end this war so that things can somewhat go back to normal and people can be made somewhat whole.
Overnight, ahead of the announcement, protesters taking to the streets here once again.
Tonight, the chant is very simple. Bring them home and sign the deal.
Amid the uncertainty, preparations are underway for the hostages' release. 33 in the first phase, starting with all women, children, elderly, and the sick and injured. It's not clear how many are still alive. Among those set to be freed, 2 of the 7 Americans kidnapped and believed to still be alive. Sagi Dekelchen, a father of 3, and Keith Siegel, a North Carolina native taken along with his wife from their home. His wife was released in November 2023. The hostages will be released over a 6-week period. They'll be transferred to the military and then taken to one of 6 designated hospitals with specifically designed private wings to undergo a series of medical evaluations and psychological assessments.
I definitely feel they're going to need that. They're going to need that a lot. You know, a lot of people will talk about like the war in the Middle East and stuff like that between Israel and Hamas. And you know, some guys they'll be playing games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, Battlefield and stuff. And they'll say, okay, all right, cool. You know, I would do this if I was there. I would do that. Let me tell you something. War, no one's ready for it. No one is ready for it. And America, the way we are, a lot of us are not ready for that. We're not ready for a World War III, 4, or 5. All right. I know that if there's a World War III and they reinstitute the draft, not selective service, they reinstitute the draft, I know that I know I have to go. They're gonna figure out a way because I have my bachelor's degree. They will need people with bachelor's degrees and stuff to fight, but gotta do what you gotta do, guys. Please, please be safe, please.
Family members of hostages like Gal Gilboa Delal, whose brother Guy was taken by Hamas at the Nova Music Festival, have mixed emotions.
I still can't be so hopeful and get my expectation high until I really see them starting to come back. But I also have a hope that I didn't have until now.
The Biden administration and the Trump team have been pushing hard for a deal and are confident it will begin this weekend. For war-ravaged Gaza, a ceasefire can't come soon enough. Israeli airstrikes raining down on the Strip since the agreement was announced, killing more than 100, according to the Hamas-run health authority. We've been following college student Tala Herzala since the war began.
I love this. Stay alive, no.
This morning, after 15 long months of death and devastation, now a message of hope.
It's real. It's happening. And we're finally living it. We made it. We've survived.
Wow.
Well, hope is certainly the word of the day here. The full government is expected to meet around 3:30 local time. After that, then we are expecting that the deal will be ratified by the Israeli side. Hamas have already made it clear that they are definitely going to approve. But just one final thing. What you hear from people here is, yes, of course, they're pleased at this news, but concerns that only phase one of this deal will go through. Many people are very, very cautious that the ceasefire could break down and not all of the hostages or loved ones will indeed come home. George?
Totally understand.
I hope that they do what needs to be done and so that they can have a full ceasefire. Uncle Biden, shout out to him, and Uncle Trump, shout out to him. They say that they both brokered some sort of deal. Good. Let's broker a total ceasefire and an end of the war. People are tired of it. War is messy. War is dangerous. War is death. We don't need it. We don't want it. So let's do what needs to be done so that these people can be made somewhat whole. The Gaza Strip can be fixed. Palestine can be fixed. And they can be able to go and have some normalcy in their lives once again. That's how I feel about it. And I hope that it happens. Well, guys, let me hear what you guys think. Let me see if we can get to the comments. Really appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you guys come in, please like the video. That will greatly help me out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, like the stream. That will help me out. Really appreciate you guys. Hold on, guys. Let me get some. Gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, guys, I am back. I am back. I am back. So let's get to some of the comments. All right. Yeah, I definitely agree. I hope after this ceasefire, there won't be any more bloodshed. I hope so. I really, really do. Assuming that they just don't go back to war, I agree. 16 people within a few weeks. Well, because I guess you have to understand that that area is like war ravaged, war torn. So they have to really find the people and then get them to the areas and stuff. It's not easy. I just hope that all the hostages are alive. Okay. And That'd be messed up, right? I just thought the hostages won't be billed for hospital service. That'd be crazy. Yes, my brother Nimrod. Yes, a band-aid on an open sore. There was more war, but another genocide until Palestinians are supported in the fight with sovereignty. Nothing will change. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree. Okay. Right. Wow. Yep. So much destruction. And how would you feel if every facet of your life was controlled by someone else? I wouldn't like it. I will fight for my freedom. I don't have time for that. Okay. How you doing, Skillanta? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so, so much. Yes. Listen, for us to be newer YouTubers and for us to be under 1,000 subscribers and to be able to have reached over 4,000 watchers, both me and Skitlanta both are over 4,000 watch hours, guys. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Shout out to her and congratulations to her. So because she is growing, I'm so proud of her, guys. If you're not subscribed to her channel, please head to her channel. She is very, 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 very good, very good. Okay, yes, Nimrod. A two-state solution with total sovereignty is the only true solution. It is. It is the only true solution, in my opinion, and it has to be respected. They have to be respected. And from my opinion, I feel Israel needs to stop encroaching on their land. Okay, they have enough. Split it, two states. That's it. That's the only way, in my opinion. That's the only way. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. And only time will tell. Only time will tell. We'll see what Trump is going to do. Trump is coming in 3 days. 3 days. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if they are allowed to properly exist. I mean, they're human beings, and we need to really think about that and think about some of the things that's going on and how they can be better. Oh yes, oh yes. Skitlanta, can you tell me, are you going live on Sunday so that I can be able to join your live? Uh, I really like some of the things that you talk about. I, it'd be so hard for me to type because some of the things be having me cracking up, and I'd be like, nah, you know what? I'm just perfect, perfect, perfect. I just be saying that, I'd be like, nah, this, and it'd be hard because I can't laugh and type. I don't got that skills yet. Okay, so but I just be sitting and enjoying your commentary. I'm enjoying what you talk about, and I'm just so proud of you, especially for you to join me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Let me ask you guys this question. Do you feel that with Trump coming in, because the last time Trump was in, he it really wasn't any wars going on, major wars going on. Okay. Do you feel that with him coming in as incoming president again, do you feel it'll go back to that where he will be able to negotiate things where it won't come to wars, like maybe negotiating the war with Russia and Ukraine, being able to stop that or slow that down? He's already somewhat taking credit for the ceasefire in with Hamas and Israel. Do you feel that he's going to be able to, try to do that? Oh, okay. So you know what? I was wondering because I see that you do go to live, but I was like, is it like a dedicated like live with like a show with that you do, or you just doing like you come in lives and you just talking about anything? So like, do you have like dedicated topics every day, or is it like the ones on like Sunday and Wednesday you have dedicated topics? So let me know so that I would know, and I would join you. I have no problem coming on and showing my support like I always do. Nice, nice. That's perfect. That is perfect. Yes. Excellent, excellent. That's an excellent idea. That's an excellent idea. I like to do that. Yeah. Oh, for real. Some people could go crazy. They'd be like, "Oh, she's giving us a little power," and they'll run with it. So yes, I like that. I like that. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's very, very good. And you add new stuff like games. That's excellent. Very good. Let me tell you something. I remember when me and you was starting off, barely could get in the views and everything, and now look at us. We're getting up there, getting up there. I'm so proud of you. So proud of what you're doing with your channel. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. Very, very good. Very, very good. Right. Grimace, you said that it's hard to say honestly. If I think of his failed business ventures, how much can he do about wars? Furthermore, with both sides of either war, listen to him or anyone within his administration. Hmm, that's deep. That's deep. I I feel that yes, he has failed businesses, but he also has some successful businesses. I'll give him that. But I think that as president, you have so many people surrounding a cabinet surrounding you. I think his first go around, the mistake that he made was surrounding himself with ultra conservatives. That was his mistake. You know, so because he surrounded himself with ultra conservatives, they wanted to be on his good side. So they never questioned a lot of the things that he was doing. And he said it himself that he did not have a transition team because he thought he was going to lose. Everybody thought that we were going to say President Hillary Clinton the first go around. And then when they said President Trump, he was not prepared. And so many people rushed and said, "Oh, do this, do that, Ray," and that caused him to have a lot of issues with the people, as you can see. He changed up a lot of the people that he had around him before. Those same people are no longer around him. Maybe like a few, maybe. I believe the only person is Tom Homan, but Tom Homan was there with Barack Obama, with President Obama, so that's different. But I think this coming around, especially with him choosing, Uncle JD Vance, I believe that things are going to be a lot different. He's still going to have some conservative things that have to happen because he has to appease his base. But Uncle Trump is more like a left-leaning Republican, more even I would say an independent. And that's in my opinion. But I want to know how you guys feel. Yes, yeah. I could understand you agree with him. I understand. Trying to get people with different ideas to agree with a common goal is hard as it is. It very difficult, very difficult. Okay, I'm not a Trump fan. Hey, I'm stuck for the next 4 years. Maybe Vance will have a different effect on him. I can't get over him personally. I understand that. I understand that. As presidents, people have to understand. Not everybody's going to love the president. Okay, there's going to be people who like him, some people who don't like him. If it's a female president in the future, it's going to be people who like her, some people who don't like her. But I feel that as long as we give him a chance, especially since he has a younger vice president, I am so happy that he chose a younger person because JD Vance might be able to say certain things to him and say, hey, look, this is how it should go. A lot of people are even saying or possibly hoping that Trump don't even make it to the end of his presidency and JD Vance comes in. So we have to say, right? I can give him respect as a businessman, but morally I just can't. I agree. And too bad most of those businesses failed. Yes, a lot of his ventures did fail. Okay, and he went bankrupt and didn't really pay some of the workers and stuff like that. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. I just don't want to see him attempt any more stunts like that McDonald's picture. That was funny. That was funny. I'll be like he he said when he was putting in the fries, he was like, "Oh, so our hands don't touch the fries." Yes, hands don't touch fries. He's like, "Okay, good, because I'm a germaphobe." He gave the bag to the people. I was like, "Oh man!" But you know what? The thing is, those stunts is what made him president. Let's be honest. It's it's about maybe 3 to 5 things that happened last year why we are saying President elect Trump instead of President elect Kamala Harris. The first thing was Biden dropping out. That was the first thing. Once Biden, I mean, we knew that Biden cognitively wasn't all the way there. That messed him up. Then, because they did not have the people voting for their candidate, that was the second thing. That was the second thing. The third thing was when he got popped. I was like, yo, once I saw him hit the ground, I thought he was done. I was like, yo, they popped him, yo. And when he got back up and put his hand in the air like this, I was like, over. It's over. It is over. I said, this man right now will possibly be president. Then when they chose, of course, when they chose Kamala Harris and they did that coup, I said, you know what? She couldn't beat Biden in 2020. Let's see if they're going to really, really help her. Boy, was I wrong. They did not push her. If they would allowed her to go on to those shows, do interviews where it's not candid, where it's not scripted, and they can ask away questions, like with Uncle Trump. Uncle Trump went to, I believe it was the National Black Reporters Association, something like that, and it was like 3 or 4 women that was grilling Trump, and Uncle Trump was just sitting there and everything, and he was answering questions. And I was like, yo, Uncle Trump is hella bold, because that's what I would do. When I ran for politics, I wasn't afraid of the tough questions. And I said that's another thing that's going to cause him to win. Because while Harris was running away from the tough questions, Uncle Trump was coming towards the tough questions. So that was that. And then the last thing that really made me know that Trump was going to be president, when Kamala Harris kept saying the same thing over and over. They would ask her a question about something. She'll say, well, I was born and raised in a middle-class family, in a middle-class neighborhood, and I've seen things that was kind of rough. We didn't ask you anything about where you were born, ma'am. In a middle class family, I feel that I have the opportunity or the know-it-all to be able to help. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think it was more that people didn't like the way the country was going in the past 4 years. Yes, of course. That's another thing. Thank you, Grand Miss. That's another reason. People was like, yo, Uncle Biden, Auntie Harris, nope, we don't like it. Very good, very good. Okay. Harris had issues too, but she was less of the two evils. I agree. I agree. As an independent, I didn't vote for her. I didn't vote for her because I didn't like the coup that they did on Biden. I felt that what they should have done was they should have allowed him to fall on his sword. I would have had more respect for the Democratic Party if they would allow Biden to fall on his sword. No, they pushed him out, and that right there gave Trump the upper hand, because now they were scrambling. Because people, I don't know if you guys remember, when they knighted Harris as the nominee. Uncle Obama and Michelle, they didn't come out and support her right away. And I said right then and there, I was like, since they didn't come out right away to support her, that made me know that Uncle Obama, our president, because I didn't vote for him the second time. I voted for him the first time because I was damn happy to vote for him. But I felt that once he did not fully throw his support behind her, I said he knows something that we don't know. Okay. I understand Nimrod, not a Trump fan, but I doubt he will make a difference. Nonetheless, if nations respect one another, leave this notion that God has given you someone's land, etc., or we have eminent domain. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. They need to, like, does God tell you to take people's stuff and steal and fight and harm? No, come on, come on now. Let's be honest. No. Mm-mm. Okay. Think of 2016, 2020, 2024. Look who his wins were. Get so you say so are you saying that it's some conspiracy theory that they nominated Harris so that Trump could come in again? That what you're saying? Because let's be honest, like it was very close in 2016. It was very, very close. I mean, I went to sleep saying, "Oh, Hillary got this." And at the time, I was a bus driver, and I woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning to head to work, and I saw him coming. I saw Trump coming down the stairs doing like this. I said, "Holy crap! He won!" I was shocked. I was shocked, but I mean, you know, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, even after the first debate they had before he dropped out, it didn't look good for Biden. It didn't look good for Biden at all. It did not look good for him at all. I wish that what he should have done was he should have did what what's the guy name? Lyndon Johnson did. He should have said from like a year ago, I'm not running again, find somebody else. That's what he should have did. That's what he should have did. Okay. America is old fashioned, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I actually thought Hillary had it for sure. I think what messed Hillary up, and this is God honest truth. You guys remember when they were debating, right? And they had like a little town hall meeting, and Trump was standing up with the mic, and Hillary said something, and Trump said, because you'll be put in jail. I was like, yo, Trump is hella crazy. I said, yo, he actually saying that he will put her in jail. So people started looking up these emails and stuff like that, this, that, and the third, right. And they was like, yo, maybe she do belong in jail. And that was one of the things that kind of messed up. And then there was a situation, she was walking to a car and she almost fainted and stuff like that. And then Trump ran with it. He had like 20 commercials saying that would you want crooked, non-stable Hillary to be your president? I was like, yo, I said, yo, Trump is foul. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh my goodness. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, what we're going to do is we are going to go to the next news feed I'm talking about. Is an article, and it's about Stacey Abrams. Oh goodness gracious. I wasn't shocked when I heard this, but let me see if maybe if it comes. Yeah, this would be much better. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, guys. Yes. So this article is about Stacey Abrams getting into her nonprofit, getting into a bad situation where they find her. So this is probably about a short read, and I would get into some of the comments as well. But without further ado, let's get to it. Actually, let me get a little bit of something to drink before we get into it. Oh, goodness gracious. And I will need some Vaseline for my lips. And I know Grand Miss is going to say something, but yes, Walgreens Vaseline, very good. They need to sponsor your boy. All right. All right, guys, let's get to it. Stacey Abrams' nonprofit hit with largest fine in state history for illegally using funds to support her 2018 bid for governor. A voter registration nonprofit founded by former Georgia State Representative Stacey Abrams secretly boosted her 2018 gubernatorial bid in violation of campaign finance law and was slapped with a $300,000 fine Wednesday. The New Georgia Project and its action fund fessed up to spending $3.2 million to foot the bill for canvassers and flyers supporting Abrams, 51, and others without disclosing those contributions. It agreed to pay the fine from Georgia's Ethics Commission. We are glad to finally put this matter behind us so the New Georgia Project can fully devote its time and attention to its efforts to civically engage and register Black, brown, and young voters in Georgia. Area branch counsel to the nonprofit told the Post in a statement, and that's why she lost. That is why she lost. You're too busy worrying about registering Black, brown, and they say young voters. No, how about you just say register voters? Stop with the Black, brown, white, this and that. Stop it, because you're always going to lose, especially in the southern states. You got to give people, all people, a reason to want to vote for you. And once you start going with identity politics, it's game over for you. We accept this outcome and are eager to turn the page on activities that took place more than 5 years ago. Let me just close this out real quick. All right. New Georgia Project also neglected to register as an independent campaign committee in a breach of state law. In total, there were at least 60 instances of infractions, the ethics panel concluded. There's Stacey Abrams. In 2019, a year after the governor's race, both groups also failed to divulge $646,000 worth of donations, as well as $174,000 worth of spending to back a failed referendum for Gwinnett County to join the Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority. The ethics fine slapped against the two groups is the largest of its kind in the Ethics Commission's 38-year history, according to Executive Director David Imadi. It concluded a 6-year battle between the Ethics Commission and the nonprofits. Abrams became a progressive darling for her strong showing against Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, losing by about 1.4 percentage points in that year's blue wave. Wait. Sorry. Where we at? Okay, here we go. She also refused to concede her loss was legitimate and dubiously alleged voter suppression was at play. Okay. There's the New Georgia Project. There's a picture for that. She later had a rematch against Kemp in 2022, but was defeated by an even larger margin of about 7.5 percentage points. Abrams founded the New Georgia Project in 2013 as part of an effort to get minority groups registered to vote and energized. Senator Raphael Warnock, he's good, I like him, helmed the group at the time of the violations. He was elected to the upper chamber in 2021. I like him. I feel he's pretty good. Okay, I feel he's pretty good. A Warnock spokesperson stressed that he was a board chair at the time and did not deal with compliance decisions, which that's true. That's true. So, but of course, New York Post is like a conservative, like leaning. Sometimes they be putting out some crazy stuff. But because I'm an independent, I want to give you guys both, sides of the story. Okay. In his role, Reverend Warnock continued his work as a longtime champion for voting rights. Compliance decisions were not part of that work. Warnock spokesperson Michael Brewer told the Post. Prior to the decision Wednesday, the New Georgia Project argued that it engaged in behavior similar to other nonprofits and accused the commission of targeting it for political reasons. AKA, the white man has his foot on their neck. Okay. The panel is comprised of 1 Democrat and 4 Republicans. All right. Let me see. Okay, this is what? This is her. Stacey Abrams has kept the door open to running again in 2016. Okay, hopefully she do. Hopefully she wins. I feel that she's okay. Georgia's Ethics Commission previously fined advocacy group Genti for Abrams $50,000 in 2020 for similarly neglecting to properly file on its spending to back her during the 2018 race. The Post has contacted an Abrams spokesperson for comment. Despite her past losses, Abrams has indicated that she's open to running again in 2026. All right, let me bring it back up so I can read some of these comments. Let's see what they say. Now, mind you guys, this is the Post, so you got to understand how some of these people would think, okay? Here is, oh my goodness, this guys, I do not have any ad blockers on because I want to make sure that people get their funding. So you guys just have to bear with me with this. All right, let's see. Hopefully it works this time. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah. Let me try to close everything out and so that we can get to it. Because I would definitely want to see what some of the comments want to say. But guys, keep the chat going and tell me, how do you feel about Stacey Abrams? Do you feel that she would have been a great governor? Like, let me know, and we'll just go from there. I'm trying to get to the okay, here we go. Let's see if this is going to work now. It's causing so much issues. All right, here we go. Finally, goodness gracious. All right. Terry Non-Given. Oh God, some of these names. Wait a second. Isn't this exactly what Alvin Bragg went after Trump on? Okay, the so-called hush money case was same thing. Improper use of campaign funds. The big difference is that this was clearly funds used illegally, whereas a non-disclosure NDA is arguably legit. Maybe. Oh God, look at this. Look at this Innsbruck. As I said, you got to be very careful, guys, because these guys from the Post, they can be somewhat, bigoted, inner racism that comes out. Two-tier justice equals African politics. What the hell you mean by that? Okay. Base went to Ghana, connect the dots, yet Americans. Trump is a pale person, so it's okay to prosecute him. No, it's not. It's not okay. If he did something wrong, if a person did something wrong, prosecute them. Doesn't matter the race or the color. Damn clown. Now will be an opportunity. Now will be an opportune time for the Georgia State AG to investigate possible, if not probable, criminal actions. No, it's not. If they paid a fine, just like Trump did, it's okay. Was the Abrams tank named after her? I think it was. Fannie will get right on this. Stacey Abrams was on a fundraising trip to try to drum up votes at some of Georgia's largest cemeteries. What? After the bus got lost, it stopped at a backcountry store where she went in to ask questions. How do you get to 285? An old woman looked at her and said, diet and exercise. Oh, God. Oh, God. That was I wasn't expecting that. Some of these people, was it XD mod to Mike? That was foul. That was foul. Oh my God. All right, here we go. All right. Now that was a good one. Thank God for GA sake. She remained a two-time loser. Chalk her right up with Andrew Gilliam, the failed gubernatorial candidate who was caught out with an overdose and escort in a hotel or in a hotel in South Beach. Yeah, Andrew Gilliam. Yeah, he was caught. He was caught in a bad situation. But guys, I guess I'll read a couple more. Okay. Just another Gar making sure everyone knows her people's stereotype is real. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like everybody got a dang on stereotype. Okay. So what do you mean by that? But like I said, guys, this is the post, and these are the things that they, that comes out their mouth. But uh let's hear what you guys have to say in the chat. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Only a 300K fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that it was only that much, but it was still the largest in the state's history and everything. Kai, how you doing? I don't know what's been going on. Even my mom said that she doesn't get the notification. I don't know if it's because of StreamYard. I have to find out to see exactly what's going on. It could be that, but I'm gonna fix it. I am going to fix it. How are you doing? How's everything? I'm so happy that you joined us. Thank you for joining. Really, really appreciate it. Grand Miss, you would have expected a lot more. Why? I mean, maybe they said, okay, they looked at their finances and said, all right, you can pay the 300,000. That's how I look at it. Yes. Yeah, shout out to you, Kai. Appreciate it. He said, ad blocker for life. Listen, the reason why I don't use the ad blockers is because before I was a content creator, I said, hey, ad blocker for life. But because I create content and I say, hey, when I watch YouTubers and they have an ad, I try my best to watch the ad. If it's 15, 30 seconds, even if it's up to a minute, I'll try my best to watch it. If it's something completely ridiculous, like one of them loud game ads, I've got to skip it. Okay. Or I'll quickly turn it off. Because one time I was watching YouTube on my television and I was dozing off, and the game ad came on blaring loud. I got so scared I jumped out, fell out my bed and everything. And I was like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? I thought that I was being under attack and everything. I pulled the covers over my head and everything. I was scared, So I'm like, but it was the game ad. So I was like, yo, why would they do that? Why would they make it so loud? That's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Okay. Yes, Nimrod, she lost the last election, but the first one was definitely suspect, being that Kemp was AG, purged the voter roll without repercussions. Possibly he did, because it was very, very close. Very, very close. I mean, it was super close. All right, super close. Okay. Don't know anything about Georgia. I mean, I know things about Georgia, but I know for the food, Cracker Barrel. Okay. I think there's a place called Oakley's. I go there. Well, I went there one time. Okay, their biscuits wasn't the best. All right, but Cracker Barrel and some of the nice spots, some of the nice seafood spots. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, the Post might have hired some major moderate facts. Oh, Bay's Business. I'm glad that you're here. Oh my God, thank you, guys. Bay's Business is our special guest. Oh my God, she's a YouTuber just like myself, and she has wonderful content. Wonderful content. She talks about businesses, she talks about money, and she talks about being able to give you guys good insight so that you can create businesses, create wealth for yourself, and be able to be better off in life. Shout out to Bay's Business. I'm glad that you're here. Glad. P65. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yes. I'm so happy, so happy. If I wanted ads, I'll still be watching TV commercials. Listen, do you watch what's it, not Timu, Tubi? Okay. I watch Tubi. Some of them movies is funny. Okay, and the ads be coming on, but like, hey, it is what it is. Uh Babe, do you want to come on now so that you can introduce yourself? And Tubi with ad blocker, they got ad blocker for Tubi? Yo, Grandmiss, you put me on to game. I did not know they had an ad blocker for Tubi. I would just watch the long commercial, be 2 minutes and stuff, and it just makes me, remember when I was a kid and regular TV movies would come on. You had like they had the what was it? Was it the 8 o'clock movie or the 7? Yeah, you had the 8 o'clock movie. Then on Channel 5 and Channel 11, then you had the 11 o'clock movie. Then on Channel 7 at like on Saturdays, you had the 11 o'clock movie. Was it 11 o'clock or was it 12 o'clock? You had the 12 o'clock movie. I remember all that stuff. And then on the weekends, Channel 5, you had you had so much movies coming on. I remember when Predator used to come on Sundays. Sunday afternoon, they would show movies like Predator, and then like at night they would show like Predator 2. I was scared. I was like, yo, why are they showing these crazy movies? Well, I mean, they cut out all the crazy stuff, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. I had so many nightmares because of that. But still, I still wanted to watch it. Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna put the ad. I mean, I'm gonna put the link in the description, and you can come on. I'm so happy that you are here. Also, if you want, you can simulcast the live on your channel as well. So you can set it up to play on your channel. I opened that option up so that you can be able to do it. So just let me know when you're on. Just send me a notice in the private chat when you're on. Okay, it's called U Block Origin. Okay, is your friend? You know what? So can that play? Can that be on your TV as well? Is that something that you can put on your TV, or is that just for uh, for um for the regular computer? And guys, if anybody else want to come on, please, the link, I just put the link in the chat. You guys can come on. Please make it cordial. Do not, go crazy or saying anything crazy. All right. I will not be having it. All right. So, if anyone wants to join, you guys don't have to show your face. It's understandable if you don't want to show your face, but at least, let me know, and so that we can be able to do it. So yeah, I'm not sure about TV, but regular computer definitely, or any kind of browser. So when you watch like Tubi, Grand Miss, you were funny. So he said, I haven't paid for cable in 2 decades, 20 years. Wow. Wow. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Cable is too expensive. I be telling my mom, because she got at my grandmother's house got DirecTV, but because we have seniors, they like watching different game shows and stuff. But I be telling my mom, like, listen, like, we need to think about doing away with this and go the streaming route. But it's up to her. I understand, that they want to watch the game shows. Steve Harvey, my grandmother loves Steve Harvey and everything. And then there's a couple of other shows that some of the shows they be pissing me off and stuff. Where I think it's this one show, not The Catcher or something like that, where these smart people come on, and you got like people who can that they go against, and they're trying to win large sums of money. I believe that's the show. But is this show where oh my goodness, it's so many different game shows. If you guys can put certain game shows in the chat, I can tell you if I can, because I can't really remember the game show that I'm thinking about. But there was a game show where it's like it's four people against four people, and the host, there'll be questions that they'll ask America, and then they got to say the words, and it'll come up and stuff. I forgot the name of the show, but if you guys can tell me some game shows in the chat, I would take it over. This is going to be the start of the takeover hour. Okay, all right. It seems that right here. So let me add you to the stage. All right. Hello, hello, hello.
How you doing?
I am good. I am good. I am good.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, congrats on 4K.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Oh my God, this is I was especially now you can put let me set this up real quick so that you can put your name. Actually, no, doing it this way won't be able to see your name. Actually, can you? Let me see if there's a link. I'm trying to let me see something. Let me just get through this and let's see. No, that's that way. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I am going to see if I can, let me see if I do it this way. And let's see if I were to close this out. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Excellent.
All right.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we can have it this way, or yeah. So this way is perfect. All right. Everybody can see us loud and clear. So, all right. So this is name is Beatrice. Just to make sure.
Yeah, Beatrice.
Beatrice. Okay, Beatrice Pierre.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Miss Beatrice Pierre from YouTube channel Bay's Business. So I'm going to give it over to you so you can introduce yourself, tell everyone about your channel so that we know how to support you and what some of the things that you do. So without further ado, I'm giving it over to you.
All right. Thank you. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time doing a live. I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I do videos all the time. So my name is Beatrice. It's B's Business. On my channel, I usually go over how to improve your credit, how to get SBA loans, apply for any government contracts, how to start a business as well. And also, if you are a business owner or individual that needs extra help, I have virtual assistants that help me out with some of my tasks, and I connect you guys with virtual assistants that can help you with your tasks. If you need to bring any visions to life, edit any of your videos as well.
Nice.
But my main thing for my channel and why I started it, I usually help my friends and family for free, right?
Wow.
So I wanted to, and I also started a cleaning business. So I just was helping friends and family on how to start a business, how to get loans. And I'm just like, I want to start a business showing people how to make more money, start a business, increase your credit. Definitely youth find their purpose on what they want to do with their life.
Excellent. That's great. You see, now this is what's needed. We need more people that's willing to help and be able to show us the way, because a lot of times a lot of people may want to start certain business, like you just mentioned, a cleaning business. A lot of people may want to start, but they don't know where to start. They don't know how to start. You mentioned about getting government grants. That's excellent. Especially I saw with one of your videos you were talking about SBA loans, and you have people who might be listening from disaster areas who do not know how to get SBA loan and stuff like that. So shout out to Beatrice. Go to her channel. Please subscribe. Everyone who's here, please subscribe to her. She's very, very good, and will be able to help you guys out to be able to make sure that you can get access to the money that the government is pretty much almost giving away, even though you got to pay it back. It's not completely free, guys. Okay, so don't think that you could just get it and be like, oh, Uncle Trump, I can't pay it back. Now they might be able to work with you somewhat if a business files for bankruptcy and stuff like that. That's totally different, but you have to use it for business things and stuff like that. So very, very good. I'm glad that you have come on. So now let me ask you a question. How long have you been in business?
Well, for my cleaning business, 5 years.
5 years. Wow.
But
Wow.
I left my full time since 2021 because I was working at my job,
Mhm.
and you know, I had my son, and I was just like, I know I can't work and be present in his life. So
I hear
thank
that.
God for unemployment, to be honest. I had gotten
Mhm.
unemployment and used that time and used that money to start a business, increase my
Yes.
credit. Like I started at maybe 460 credit score
Wow.
and
Wow.
increased it up to 750 just by
Amazing.
self-taught by YouTube.
Really? Yeah, you know, YouTube
Hmm.
is so much. I tell people, like,
Yeah.
for me, when I had bad credit. I'm talking about this is going back like 2005, 2006. I
Hmm.
owed Capital One, I owed Dell and stuff, and my credit dropped all the way down to about probably like under 440, 450, something like that. And at the time, YouTube wasn't as big as it is now. So I had to go online. I went on Yahoo and I tried to figure out like what can I do to be able to help build my credit. And I saw that they said you can write letters to the credit reporting agencies. You can write letters to the companies and try to see if they can work something out. And I wrote letter after letter after letter. I wrote to the credit department. I wrote to the presidents of these people, and I eventually got some responses, which with Capital One, I had about, let's say, 20 derogatory things on my credit report from Capital One.
Mm.
I got in contact with like the president of the credit department, and she wrote me back and said she's going to deal with it. And they wiped a slate clean. They put everything as paid as agreed. I was so
Oh,
happy.
wow. That's
And
lit.
yes, and Dell did the same thing. And
Hmm.
with 4 months, my credit went from a 450 to a 650 just because they did that. And I was
Hmm.
so happy. And my mom, she helped me out. She put me on as authorized user on some of her cards and stuff like that. And that was able to build up my credit. Now my credit is about 750 or something like that. So, and I don't really use it. I have a couple of credit cards, but I don't use it. What
Right.
was some of the ways, if you don't mind
Sure.
explaining, what were some of the ways that you were able to help to build up your credit?
For me, I had to dispute some collections. I had a medical collection for like $5,000. I
Wow.
sent one letter and they removed that collection.
One letter?
Hmm. And that was during my
Wow.
process of learning, trying to build my credit. Hmm.
That's amazing.
Hmm. And
That is amazing.
definitely putting on self. I got self, that credit builder, where you send them $50. It's like a savings account for 12
Mhm.
months. I got that.
Yes.
First Progress card, Open Sky card. Those are secured credit cards where you fund them.
Yes.
So I did
Yes.
those. Shoot, I had a repossession because I let my a family member co-sign all of that, and
Oh gosh.
I know, right? Never again.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But
Guys, listen, guys.
yeah, go
I'm sorry to cut you off. Please don't co-sign on nobody.
yeah,
Okay.
not even your mom.
I would say the only person that you co-sign on is maybe your mom, maybe dad, and they got to live with you so you know that you can see them every day. Like, listen, homeboy,
Yeah.
homegirl, you need to pay. Help me pay this mortgage. Okay, but for a car, don't co-sign for nobody.
Right.
Okay, but thank you. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but continue,
Nah, you
please.
good. But with that, I definitely had to settle that. I had like 9 collections and they went all
Wow.
down to 0. Maybe a couple of them I did that pay for deletion
Okay.
type of route where you offer them 10% of what you owe for them to
Hmm.
delete it. So that
Okay.
definitely helped
So
raise my
that now,
score
did
too.
that work? Did that work?
Yes, it did.
Wow.
Yeah. All collections, you could do a pay for deletion where you let them know, send them a letter offering them 10% of
Mhm.
what you owe them. and they'll hit you back probably with, all right, we'll settle for 30% of what you owe us, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
just, you know, just do that.
So now when you say, okay,
Mhm.
did they accept the 10% offer, or they gave you a counter offer and then you had to negotiate? How did that work?
I had a couple. So one of them, maybe two of them accepted the lower rate. Another one said, no, this is what I'm going to give you. Like this is what we can settle with,
Wow.
you know?
Okay.
It was
Okay.
probably like 40% of the debt, 30%.
Okay.
Can't remember the top of my head, but it was around that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good. And that's good that you were able to settle, especially selling it for less. Now, okay. So once you settled, right? How long did it take them to put on your account paid as agreed? Like, did they put paid as agreed? Did they put settled? Like, what was something that they put on your credit report that would show that everything was secured and taken care of?
For collections, they just delete it.
They just deleted it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And they send you a letter letting you know that's going to be deleted. For an account like that repossession, they just put paid as agreed. Or sometimes you get those notes where it's paid for less, settled, but paid for less than the debt amount.
Okay. Now, is that put on your credit report, or is that just the letter that they sent you?
That's put on your credit report.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
when it's an account.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you were able to do that. And guys, this is things that you can do. You don't just have to run from it. You don't just have to say, oh, I'll wait till 7 years and it'll fall off. Not fall off. They may sell it to somebody else, and then that person comes and start it all over again. So it'll be best for you to just say, you know what? Let me settle and pay what you owe. I made a video, guys, recently about talking about just paying what you owe. And you may not be able to pay everything, but at least if you can pay something and have some sort of agreement, that is very, very good, Beatrice. Very, very good. So after doing that, and they deleted it, how long did it take them to delete it? What was it, a few months? So like, how long did it take them?
30 days.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, 30 days. 60 days is the most I've seen with a collection. And
wow.
I did see Grand Miss. I definitely feel you, because that's how I felt, where he says, I thought building credit is impossible, so I just don't bother. Definitely bother, man.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to.
Like part of life, I swear. If you want, you know, all of that.
Just to let you know, we're going to go a little bit to the chat. Kai has gave you a very good compliment. Kai didn't say that about me though, and see that's messed up. She didn't say I'm handsome. She didn't say nothing.
Right.
Okay. You made your boy just like, you know, he's just dusty and crusty and stuff like that. That's messed up. Okay. But I mean, I appreciate you as my guest, and I appreciate that she's giving you that wonderful comment. Yes.
Thank you.
Grand Miss says, I wonder when bankruptcy laws will be changed so people can't do that. Well, here's the thing. Bankruptcy laws will never be changed because it has saved so many people. So many people. I was on the verge of bankruptcy at one time, but I said, "Nah, you know what? I started doing 80 hours because one time they had cut the hours from my job when I was a bus driver, but I begged and pleaded, and they gave me the hours, and I just said, hey, I'm going to do what I got to do. I understand a loan is a loan. I understand that. Skit Lanto wants to know. She wants to know, was the cleaning business, is it commercial or residential?
It started off residential, but it's commercial.
Excellent.
I would literally go door to door with flyers.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. DRC, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate you. Thank you. He gave us a round of applause. Yes, Kai says amazing. Okay. Grand Miss. Yeah, you answered that. Yes. That's quite the raise credit. I just assume building credit is impossible, so I just don't bother. It is not impossible. Please, Beatrice, tell them again. It's not impossible. You have to be willing to do it and be willing to go for it. I know that some of us, we may have had issues. Okay, we didn't know. When I first got my credit card, I'm gonna tell you, as soon as I turned 18, 2 weeks later, Capital One sent the credit card. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anything. The only good thing was that I signed up at the time they had where if you got injured, they will make minimum payments to your account. And I didn't know anything about minimum payments, pay due date, statement date. They say all these things, and this was pre 2009, 2010, before the Dodd-Frank Act. Before the Dodd-Frank Act, guys, these credit card companies could do whatever they wanted to do to you. They could screw you up by, if you had, let's say, a high limit. Let's say you had a limit of 5,000, because Bank of America did this to me. I was using the limit, and I was always close to 5,000. So my interest rate was kind of low with them. It was at 10%, which was unheard of now with a credit card. So I was saying, okay, all right, I'll pay the minimum. I'll pay a little bit off and this, that, and the third. And I was about to file bankruptcy, but because my job allowed me to get the overtime, I was able to pay off and work and pay it off. I never forget, the card was at $4,900. I paid it down to $2,300. I kid you not. Bank of America sent me a letter saying they was going to decrease my credit limit from $5,000 to $2,400. And I said to myself, hold up. If I never made that payment, I would have been over the credit limit. You would have hit me with over limit fees every single month. So I'm like, it's just crazy. So you have to be very careful when it comes to getting your credit situated. Skidlanta says grants are good to try to start a business instead of a loan. Some SBA loans you may not have to pay back, especially if you are a minority. Is that true, Beatrice? Is there some loans that can be converted into a grant when it comes to SBA loans, or like how is that? How does that work? That's a good thing.
I honestly don't know about that, but I know if you have an SBA loan, there are hardship programs when you can't pay it back. Now, the loans that I'm talking about, right, are disaster loans. So it can be it doesn't only have to be for business owners. It could be for renters and homeowners.
Really?
And, yeah. And the thing about these disaster loans, it's once you get your funds, say if they give you $50,000 today, your first payment is due 12 months later.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And the interest rate is it's 2.5%.
What?
So look out for any disaster in your area. Say if there's a flood, hurricane or whatever, you go on a website, put your, county and state, and it'll show up all the disasters that you're eligible to apply for.
That's amazing. Yeah. Now
that's the best loan I've ever heard of.
Wow, that's amazing. You're putting me and everyone else on game. Thank you. I did not know that. I did not know that. That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Yes, you're right. This is great information. Okay. Yes.
And I learned this on YouTube.
That's crazy.
I learned about this disaster loan on YouTube from, he used to be called Real Estate Trapper. Now I think it's All Things Real.
All Things Real. Yes. Yeah. I watch him a lot. Yes. Yes.
He put out a video years ago. It was maybe 2020, talking about there are SBA disaster loans. All right. I'm like, let me see what he's talking about. And I seen it in my area. I applied, it worked. And I helped friends and family that were eligible to apply get it as well.
Wow. So now with the disaster loan. Yes, each one teach one indeed. Now with the disaster loan, is it a certain thing that you can use it for? You can use it. Is there a certain business you can use it for? Like how do you have to use the money? That's the question I should ask.
Well, for business owners, you would use it on whatever equipment you lost. any I guess rent because your business halted services at the time. If you're a homeowner or a renter, you can use it to say if you lost any items, you would use it for
Wow.
that. I will say they don't track what you use it for, but that's and that's
Okay.
essentially what they're giving you the money back for. Hey, I lost these items due to this disaster.
Wow.
So
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing.
yeah.
Wow. That's good. That's good. Let's get Landon says that Dave Ramsey suggests to always negotiate anything in collections. Most don't even bother paying collections off. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Always negotiate. Never pay what they ask, because they paid, they usually pay pennies on the dollars for the debt. Okay. All right. So I agree. And yes, you're right. Settle pennies on the dollar, try to make it 25 to 50 cents on the dollar. I agree with that. Kyrie says that this is giving me renewed hope. Now,
Yes.
Kyrie is from California, and the disasters out there and everything. If I believe that, I know she said that she lives in a condo. Sorry for putting out all your business, Kai. I don't mean to do it, but is there ways that she can be able to apply for SBA disaster loans since the fires in California possibly have affected her in a certain way?
Definitely. I mean, I could even look it up. Go to lending.sba.gov.
Okay.
Kyrie.
So let's if you can put the link in in the comments, and I will pull it up on here so we can follow it.
Lending.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I have to. I think I might have to give you access to it. Okay. So hold on. Let me do it this way here. All right. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to share this right here. And all right. Perfect.
Yes, get them.
Yes. Perfect. So, all right. Let me.
That's the website.
That's the website. All right. Let me just take off this real quick. And let me make this smaller so that, okay. So do you want me to scroll down?
Yep. All the way to the bottom.
All the way to the bottom? Okay.
Click search disaster declarations.
Disaster declarations.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, shout out to Bay's Business for giving us this information. Please go to her channel and subscribe to her channel. This is information that I did not know, and she's giving it to us. Free game. Please support her. Really appreciate her. Beatrice, thank you. So okay, so you put search location. So I'll do New York. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna
search all disaster declarations. View all. View all declarations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
And then just scroll down until you see.
Look at that. Look, say wildfires and straight lines. Look, wildfires, straight lines. Louisiana, mass casualty incident. Wow. Severe tornadoes in Texas.
Yeah.
Bomb cyclone in Washington. Severe storms, flooding in South Carolina. Mountain fire in California. Wow, this is amazing. Wow.
And I did do a video on my channel showing you how to do the home application if you're a renter or homeowner, and how to do the business application as well.
Wow.
And the good thing too, if you're a business owner, you can apply for, you can get 2 loans in one. One for economic injury, which is loss of revenue, and one for physical damage, which is any damages to any of your items. Renters and homeowners can only apply for physical damage.
Wow.
So that's just one loan.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. I am going to put let me put it in the chat. Kai, I was just about to do that. That is her channel, guys. Please support her. This is great information. Wow, look at this right here. So many states. Tropical storm Helene. I have my brother is in Virginia. I have a friend in North Carolina. This is amazing,
Yes,
amazing,
tell
amazing.
them.
This is amazing.
And
Let me
too,
go. Yes.
you could report vehicles as damaged, and they don't even need
Wow.
to see your vehicle. They just need to see that you own it. They'll ask you, "Give me your title or give me your registration," and they'll give you funds for what that vehicle is worth.
That's
Mhm.
amazing. That's amazing. You see, this is how we help each other, guys. This is how we help each other. We give each other information, we show each other love, and we make sure that we are getting the right things because let me tell you something. For me, I always say this. Maybe the American government of the past had people who tried to shun our type of people out of things. But the way the American government is now is all about green. It's all about moving money. And they don't really care how you look. All they care about, you got a social security number? Can you breathe? And that's
Yeah.
it. And they'll give you some money. Okay. And like she said, like the interest rate's 2.5%. Where you gonna get a business loan for that?
And
Come on.
you start paying a year later, like it ain't
And
due
you
next
start
month.
paying a yearly. Now, I want to actually, I'm glad you mentioned that
Mhm.
again. Does the interest compound or does it begin after that year when you start paying? How does
Nah,
that go?
it begins after that year when
Oh
you
my
start
goodness
paying.
gracious. You
Yeah.
guys, do you hear this? This is
Mhm.
amazing. Wow. I am so happy. I'm so happy. Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you, thank you. I'm looking at
But
this like in Georgia. I have family in Georgia. I'm gonna tell you, I got family in Florida. Wow,
yeah.
this is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And wow, this is great. Great. Thank you
Mhm.
so much
But
for giving us this game. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us? Because you have been so wonderful.
thank you.
Happy I'm so happy that I reached out and that you said that you were going to come on. I really, really appreciate it because one of the things that I want to do is I want to be able to share my platform so that we can all come together and share ideas so that we can be able to make it work. I'm so happy for this. So let me ask you a question. So let's say okay, let's see. Let me go to let me see. So, okay, severe storms and flooding in New York, right? So let's say I
Mhm.
were to select this right here. It says floods, right?
Yeah.
So it says here, apply for assistance for this disaster. Okay, so now this right here, this is the map that they're showing that people living in this area, and
Yeah,
that's the only
certain
people who
counties,
okay.
primary counties and the contingent counties.
Okay, so the primary
Mhm.
county Suffolk and the contingent county. Okay, so it has yeah, you have to be living in one of those two counties to be able to apply
For that state, but I'm sure
for
like
this
there's
state.
other states that have that shows like 10 counties and like
Wow.
10 other
Okay.
contingent counties as well.
Yeah. All right, so let's go. All right, so let's look at California, right?
Mhm.
So it says here the primary counties are Los Angeles. So anyone living in Los Angeles County can
Mm.
apply for this. Now it has these two. I don't know what are these two. I guess some rich person island or something like that. Islands that they have, and they're gonna file. So anyone living in Los Angeles County can apply. It occurred. The day it says the date that it occurred,
Mhm.
January 7th, and the date disaster was declared was January 15th. And you have the deadline
Yeah.
for physical damage is March 17th, but the deadline for economic injury filing is October 15th. So they give you about 10 months to
Mhm.
be able to apply. So this is something that you guys can look at if you're from Cali, Kai, please. If you want, this is something that you could look into. But this is very, very good. I am this is news to me. I remember the hurricane that hit New York. I forgot the recent hurricane that hit New York. I know that the FEMA was saying that they was going to give money to people if you file, but you had to go through. I believe you had to go through the insurance company first, and then they would give you some money after that. But this is great. This is very good information to know, and this is something that will definitely help many people who want to take advantage of what the government has to offer. People have to understand that the government, at a lot of times, we may feel that as Black people, we may feel that the government doesn't want to help us, but they have these programs, guys. We just kind of refuse to sign up for it. So
they don't make it known, really, though.
That's the question I was going to ask. Why do you feel that they don't make it known?
That is a good question. I can only assume maybe they don't want us to know, or they just want you. If you really want it, you look for it. That's the type of people they want applying.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that. If you really want it, you will look for it. I like that. I like that. That is deep. That is deep. Yes, Skitlana, you're right. That will come in handy for those going through it with everything happening. Yes, it is. And Kai said, I'm definitely going to look into. Please do. And Grand Miss, our conspiracy theorist person, will always say something, but he's right though. There's fraud in it though. I gotta give it to you, brother. It is fraud in it.
Yeah, they be frauded. You ain't lying. The PPP I didn't get in then.
But no, you're right though. There's fraud in it. You know, I mean, but you know what? This is why I love you guys, because you guys will keep me and anyone who comes on. You keep us on our toes to make sure that we are on the up and up. I really appreciate it, and I know Ms. Beatrice appreciates it as well. So thank you, Grand Miss. I really appreciate you. So, how long? The question I'm going to ask is, how long would it usually take for someone to, let's say, they apply and it gets approved? How long would it usually take for them to get some funding, whether it's in their bank account or as a check? How long would that take?
It would take as little as 3 weeks.
Wow.
I've seen people, it take 2 months.
Okay.
There was a time where they even had a description that says Congress, they're waiting for Congress to release funds. So I had a colleague of mine, she was just waiting for the funds to be released. But for me personally, it took 3 weeks. Family members, same, maybe a month the most.
Yes.
And it's all about just them sending you your loan closing documents that you have to sign and enter in your direct deposit information. So that's really what takes that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right. Well, so it depends. Now, could it take, if everything goes smoothly, it would take 3 weeks if a person has like access to their bank account and you give them your bank account information. Does the money go directly into your bank account, or does it, like, do they still just send out paper checks?
Nah, it goes directly in your account. It even have you, before they give you the money, they have you give them your direct deposit information and a voided check. And that 3 weeks is 3 weeks was maximum. It's just now I've been hearing it's been taking a couple of months because Congress was not releasing funds just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, guys, this is why voting is important, because depending on the people who was in there and their infighting and stuff like that,
Yes.
these things can take a little longer. And if there's a government shutdown, it
Yeah.
can take longer as well. So you have to be very careful on who you vote for. Or if you vote for a person, you just got to make sure that you be on them and say, hey, listen, homeboy, homegirl, you need to stop messing around, or else we're going to vote you out the next time. So that's
Mhm.
I was strong opponent, a strong person and believer in voting and making change that way. But this is very, very, very good. Is there any more information that you guys want to have? Guys, if you have any questions for her, please put it in the chat so that so that Ms. Beatrice can ask or answer any questions that you may have, because this is a great opportunity for everyone here so that you guys can be able to make sure that you are, if anything happens, you can get some funds, especially at a very low interest. 2.5% is just unbelievable. Okay.
Yeah.
Skitlander says, knowledge is power. Don't make this known to the masses, because for those that doesn't look will never search for this info. You're right. You are right. They wouldn't really make it known, because like Beatrice said, they want to know that you are looking for it and you're the right person for it, because you don't want any fraud, and then that muddies up the system, and then the people who really need the funding didn't get it, aka PPP loans.
Mhm.
Okay, situations like that cause a lot of trouble.
Thanks,
Okay.
Kylie.
Yes, guys,
Yes, subscribe.
my money. Skillen says, what will happen if they? What would happen is they will release it to those that don't know for a fee. Really, this info is free to the public if you know how to look. I agree. Kai, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that you subscribe to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Skillen said, direct deposit, because if something doesn't pan out, they're coming for you. Of course they will.
They know
and they'll know where to find me. They'll be like, oh yeah, he does YouTube. Okay, I'll just watch him and I'll wait till he tell us where he is. And right when he tells where he is, we coming for him. And what my luck, that's what we'll do. Okay. DRC says, what kind of services do you provide?
So, into Skitlander's question too, I do provide credit consulting services. I'm not a credit repair. I give you a guide on how to fix your own credit. So I would look through your credit report, give you a PDF of all the derogatory items that I found, and then also give you a PDF showing you what you need to do about those derogatory items. And
Excellent.
and I include dispute letters that will help you with those items as well.
Excellent. That is very, very good.
And like I said, if you need also a virtual assistant, I have VAs that work from the Philippines, and they work for as low as $3 an hour, help you edit your videos, help you create digital products. So I also connect business owners or individuals that need a VA, and connect you with them, show you how to pay them, how to monitor their work, and also how to communicate with them, because you can't pick up your American phone and call them. There's an actual app for that called Slack. It's like WhatsApp, but it's not.
Wow, that's very good. Please put me on to that as well.
Yeah, I got
because
you.
Your boy already works hard.
Yeah.
Maybe I need a little break.
Yeah,
but I love the hard work.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, but you be see y'all see what I do, guys. Okay, I work tirelessly. Oh, not tirelessly. See, I'm here. Those know I work tirelessly hard to bring, especially me and Bay. We were contacting the back screen and everything. We was trying to do things, try to figure out when we're gonna come on and stuff. But I wanted to bring you guys great content, and I said to myself, I watched her videos. I said, please come on. And after like 10,000 hours of begging and pleading, she said, "Okay, I'm gonna come on." So I appreciate the coming on. Thank you. You know, so but please put me on to that virtual assistant. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All
I'll
right.
put my website in the chat, send that to you, and
Thank
I'll
you.
definitely let
Thank
you know
you.
as well.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's see how to obtain funds from someone who goes silent. That's a Grand Miss has that type of question. I guess like how let me see how I guess we mean like maybe if someone owes you something or someone owes you some money. How can you go about that? I guess.
That's funny. I was just talking about that. I, I don't know how to go about that. I was just talking about how it just shows your character when you don't have to ask for your money back. Someone just gives it back to you, right?
True.
When you have to ask them for your money back, oh gosh, just don't let them borrow you no money.
Facts.
Because
Grand
I've
Miss,
been through it, man.
yeah, me too. Grand Miss also asks, do you have tips to win the lotto? Because
I don't
your
play
boy,
the lotto. I do not play the lotto.
Listen. I'm tired of them people from Cali winning the dang on Powerball and Mega Million. Okay, when is going to be me? When is going to be my time so I can put people on and be able to help people? That's what I want to do. Okay.
I hear that.
Yes, good wealth of information tonight. Oh yes. Thank you, Ms. Bay. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Skillen says most of them only act like they care when they want to get into office. All the promised lies would start flying. Choose the best way you can. Really, none of the politicians be telling the truth. That's true. That's true. I've seen it when I ran for politics. I ran, full disclosure, I ran for city councilman of the 36th district of Brooklyn, New York. That is Bed-Stuy and Crown Heights. And I seen a lot there, and I was like, this is crazy. But you know, it is what it is. Okay. The Darius C says, thanks. Scalena says, those credit repair companies beware. I like the fact that you help assist. Thank you, Scalena. Thank you. Grand Miss says disclaimer runs multiple every vid for Vaseline. Yes, my Vaseline right here from Walgreens. Okay, all right, and many other products from Walgreens. Walgreens, please holla at your boy. Okay, you could sponsor me and everything, and I'll shout out your products. You know, all right. Kyrie says the way to get your money back is with threats.
He's funny. Oh my God.
The only lotto tip is either don't play or play responsible. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, that's not a bad idea if I was that kind of person. Okay. And then Carrie laughs about it, and then Grand Miss says, play responsibly. So that means spend all of my paycheck on scratch offs.
No.
I got a video coming out, guys, of a woman. She won like $200 in scratch offs. It was a older woman. She won $200 in scratch offs, and somebody tried to strong arm her for her scratch off. I was like, you got to be kidding me! It's just ridiculous. You know. Skilana says, Grant, take them to court. Rule of thumb, don't lend it if you need it, so that if they don't give it back, it doesn't hurt as bad. I agree with that. And as he said, he's in unfortunately a deeper situation than that. But all right, so with the disaster loan, I just thought about that, talking about as you lending money. Let's say as you using the money and everything, and you building back up your business and stuff, that the business fails. How are they lenient with the payback, or would they put it in collections? Like how would that go if a person cannot pay the money back, and situations like that? How would that go?
Right. So first thing I forgot to tell you, these SBA loans, even if you are getting them as a renter or homeowner personally, SBA loans don't go on your credit report. So it doesn't look, it doesn't look like you have any
What?
debt. So you can get an SBA
Wow.
loan, get yourself a house, and they won't see that, you have that as debt. But if you don't pay it back, then they will put it on your personal credit report.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And there are hardship recovery programs. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do more research on that as well, because I never had to do it, but great information to know, so I could share with other people too. But I know there are hardship recovery programs. So if you are having a hard time paying that loan back, they would work with you on the interest rate, possibly lowering it. That's what my loan officer have told me. I know, from
Wow.
2.5%, how low can you go?
I was just about to say, so what they going to do? All right, listen. We understand with the United States government, okay? So, all right, I know you can't pay back the 2.5. All right, we'll lower it to 0. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like you pay
Thank
us
you,
what
Uncle
you gave
Trump.
us.
Thank you, Uncle Trump. Really appreciate it. Thank you. That's crazy. That's amazing, though. That would be great. Like, I tried hard to hold my laughter, but you are funny. Listen, I wish somebody would try to strong arm me for my scratch offs. Ask the man at the bus stop who tried to get me for my guest purse when I was in high school.
Yes. And the
I hear
Rockaway.
that. I hear that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, amazing. But this is I am so thankful that you have come on to really give us some knowledge, bless us with your knowledge. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there anything else that you want to give us some more tips or anything? Guys, please go to her website. Let me put her website in the chat so that you can so that you guys can go to her website as well. Just put it in the chat right there. Okay, it's baysbusinessconsulting.com, and you can support her with that as well, because I really feel that we have to support each other. That is the way that we will continue to grow and be able to make moves with each other. I'm really, really happy for you. So if you have anything else that you want to discuss, please we can discuss it.
Yeah, sure. Just I definitely appreciate you having me on. I was real nervous about it too, and look, it just flowed so easy. It was so it was fun.
Yes, I try, and I kind of felt that you were a little nervous, so I said I'm gonna try to break the ice and able to make sure that you be able to feel comfortable and stuff like that. We don't bite over here, okay? All right, we don't bite, but we're a type of community that really wants to be able to gather information, help each other, so that people can come on and people would feel, invited as a family and everything. Because I'm not that type of person. I want for you to you're always welcome to come back. You always come on anytime you want. Any lives I'm doing, as long as you say, hey, I'm here and I want to come on and talk about something and everything, we could come on. Well, I have a few more minutes. I wanted us to discuss a few things about YouTube, okay, and how hard it is being a YouTuber trying to grow. What are some of the challenges that you have now? Grand Miss, now you know what? I'm just gonna let her do it. Take over the show. Forget about it. All right. No problem. All right, no problem, Grand Miss. All right, she's gonna take over the show now. All right. We're gonna take over the show now. So you know what? Forget it. I might as well just shut my camera off. I guess that Grand Miss don't want to see my ugly face. And here
I can't.
My cool. So she take over the show now. Is that what you want? Okay. Okay, that's what you're saying.
Oh my God.
All right, cool. No problem. No problem. All right. Shoot. All right, but yes. So yes. So what are some of the major challenges that you have or have gone through this being a YouTuber? And tell us also, when did you start your YouTube channel? If you want to start with that first, and then
Sure.
tell us some of the challenges that you had.
Yeah, so I started, I started last year, but it wasn't on like a consistent basis. I started, last year after I helped family and friends get an SBA loan. And I'm like, wanted to, do a consulting business, helping them with credit, all of that stuff. And wanted to start a YouTube channel to create like a foundation, showing people what value I can bring them. Now, some of the challenges that I faced, definitely, it's not easy when I don't like to just put anything out there. I would think of what I gotta do, and while I'm doing it, I'm thinking of other resources to add. So it's not much of a challenge. It's just more work that you got to put into it. The main challenge is just staying positive about it, not doubting yourself, just to be honest with you. So that's the main challenge. But,
Yes.
I just like any negative thoughts, you just got to take that out your brain and just
Yes.
keep moving forward. That's my only challenge,
I agree.
Human being,
Yeah, definitely,
So,
definitely. It being on YouTube, because I started my channel December of 2023. I didn't post up until June of 2024. And the issue with just being new and starting was to just start. I was afraid. I didn't know what I was going to talk about and
yeah,
everything. And, I put my feet in the water and just dipped it in slowly and kept going, trying new things and stuff and finding my voice. Because one thing that I've noticed about with YouTubers, you have to, Kyrie, yes, I understand about the water, but you have to try something, all right, and give yourself that grace. You're not going to be perfect. One of the things that I said to myself, please, I hope to God I don't go viral in the first 50, 100 videos or 200 videos. I wanted to slowly build myself up, slowly build an audience so that I can be able to feel comfortable in front of the camera. A lot of times, your voice in the front, and when you're in front of a camera, you might not be able to find that voice because we never took the time to do this. Being in front of a camera and talking to a camera when nobody's here with you is not easy at all. So many people have tried it and they cannot do it. So to be able to just grow and keep moving forward and keep not letting the slow views hurt you and stuff
yeah,
like that, let me tell you, I remember when I first started, I was only averaging maybe five views a video, and 4 of the views were from me.
right.
So I said, wow, if I got one extra person to watch, I felt good. So I was like, and it kept
Right.
going slowly and stuff. And then there's gonna be videos that's gonna hit. Okay.
Mhm.
I always had, this is how one thing that I say as a new YouTuber, I said, if you get a video that cracks 100 views, you did something good. If you get a video that cracks 500 views, you did something great. If you get a video that cracks 1,000 views, you did something awesome. So that's how I look at it. And people might say, oh, that's just small numbers and stuff. But no, compared to someone who just started, because you see a lot of people who have much more numbers than us, and sometimes they barely cracking, especially with long form content, they're barely cracking 50 views. They may do well with the short form content because that's where they got most of their subscribers from, with YouTube Shorts. But when it comes to long form, that doesn't really connect. So one of the advice I can give you is, please focus a lot more on the long form content, because with long form content, that's where you get the people who want to watch the videos longer and stay with you. Okay, so that is very important. But I understand totally. I understand totally. But listen, Beatrice, you're doing very well. You're doing very well. Your presence on the camera is very good. All right, the topics that you talk about is very good. I'm going to do my best to push you out there so that my subscribers know you as well. And as Grand Miss said, that Grand Miss would love for us to have like a Bay and Akil's newscast show. So that would be
Yeah, I
great.
love
We
the
could
news content because
yeah,
I
so we could,
love things like that. Yeah.
perfect. So we can definitely do that and everything, and all show the news and loan tips. That is great. Okay, that is great right there. Yes, Grand Miss, please, we gotta drink water. Yes, I really feel. Please, everyone, stay hydrated. You know, stay hydrated. Yes, I really agree. Grand Miss, listen. Is that you want to wash down the roast beef on boar's head sandwich? No, honey ham, brother, honey ham. Okay, honey ham.
The corner stores.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
You know, that's why I'm like, I knew I liked him. He was like, oh, I'm from New York.
Yeah. Thank you. And I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Yes, guys, if y'all come, my brothers and sisters that's watching us, that's not watching us in New York, if you come to New York, we would try to get together and be able to have something. Bae, do you like West Indian food?
Yeah, I'm Haitian.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So perfect. So that would be great. What is some of the what is it, like, I would say one of your favorite Haitian dishes that you really like?
I like the meatballs and the rice and beans. Yeah,
Nice.
it's called boulet.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. What is it called again?
Boulet. That's
Boulet?
meatballs. Yeah.
Nice. That
Yeah.
sounds good. That sounds good.
That's where
That sounds good.
the
Oh
Pierre
yeah.
come from.
Yes. You know, and I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, that Haitian last name. But I said, okay, I'll let you
Yeah.
explain. So thank you. Perfect.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't sleep on
yeah,
the meatballs.
don't sleep on the meatballs. Indeed, listen, Grand Miss knows about me and meatballs. Okay, my mom. Shout out to my mom. She made about like 500 meatballs and stuff the other day on Sunday, and she fried them up. And I got a big old bag in the freezer. So don't sleep on the meatballs. Yes, Skitlanta, you're right. Fast growth typically doesn't last, and that's why I will prefer the slow growth, slow and steady, slow and consistent. You know, yes, Kai, consistency is key. Always coming on, always making videos, even when you feel that nobody's watching. Let me tell you something. I've had videos where I made it, nobody watched it, and then a month, 2 months later, people started watching it. Okay, so you just have to keep going. Yes, Skitlanda is right. Not if you're not growing in knowledge as you are doing it, especially YouTube with all the lies going around. There's a lot of lies on YouTube, especially where you have some content creators saying, well, follow me, and so that I know how to get to certain amount of subscribers or watch hours. I'm going to tell you, the way I got my 4,000 watch hours was being consistent, making videos, never giving up. Okay, because every single view, even if a person will view for a minute or 2 minutes, that goes towards your watch hours. Okay, so if you're putting out videos and everything, and people are watching, it goes towards the watch hours. Okay, yes, Kai, I love my Haitian people. When I was a bus driver, I worked for Accessoride, and there were lots of Haitian drivers. Now, I didn't understand what they were saying, but when somebody was to mess with you or something, they came together and they were strong. And I loved it. We all looked out for one another. Yes, good. I'm glad that you subscribed. Good. Thank you, Skitlanta. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Skitlanta.
Yes. And Chicago, I did not know that. Chicago was founded by a Haitian man. I did not know that.
Me neither.
Wow. Shout out to him. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Excellent, excellent. See, this is what I'm talking about. Grandma's talking about you'll settle for a meat boy hero now. I hear that. I hear that. All right. Skid Leonard says, I'm a Floridian, but my grandparents are of Haitian descent. My granddaughter father is Haitian. Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot
Nice.
of Haitians in Florida.
Yeah. We listen, one thing I realize, we are all connected in some way, shape, or form. Okay. My mom is Jamaican, my father is Trinidadian. Okay. And I have family all over the world. All over the world, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to you, Skitlana. But this has been great. So you know what? What I want us to do. This is just going to be for Grand Miss. I want us. Do you have a little more time, or do you have to go?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right. Good. So this is what I want us to do. I have a video that I would want us to just to do a test run of the newscast type of system, so that we can talk about it. It's a video about starter homes, okay, and how like people can get I guess they're talking about how people can afford, or why people can't afford these homes and stuff like that. So I am going to, this is going to be the first test run, guys, that we're going to have of the Bay and Akil's newscast. So we're going to have it, and I'm going to pull it up, and we will be able to make it happen. So let me do it this way, and I'm going to, let me just pull up a banner real quick. Since Beatrice, you are my guest, I'm going to pull up a banner. What do you think, or what do you feel that the banner should say that we're going to talk about? So it's a video from CNBC about why Americans can't find starter homes. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to title our banner. What do you think it should be? And
Why
guys, you can help out. Well, you can help out as well if she can get.
Right.
What are you gonna say? What would you like?
I was gonna say exactly what you said. Why can't Americans find starter homes?
Okay. So let me do it this way. Why are starter homes
unaffordable?
Wow, I like that. Starter homes unaffordable. Okay, question mark. Let's see. All right, so that is perfect. So let me just let me do something real quick. Let's see. Let me see how this looks. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. All right. So, or should we do it this way? Let's see. No, that's just me. No, that's her. All right, cool. So we're gonna do it this way here. All right. So here we go. Why are starter homes unaffordable? So, all right, guys. Without further ado, this is the first one of Bay and Akil's newscast. Let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna play the video starting now.
Starter homes are disappearing from the United States. In the early 1980s, as many as 40% of the new homes built were considered entry-level. By 2023, just 9% fit the criteria.
Give it another 20 years, and literally no young person will be able to afford to purchase a home, period.
Meanwhile, a slowdown is mounting in the home building industry, which could contribute to the ongoing decline of the starter home.
Both housing starts and building permits, which are an indicator of future construction, have slowed down this fall, and it's not just seasonal.
There are over 3 million potential first-time home buyers in the country. They're up against high home prices that keep rising.
What you're starting to see are mini price bubblets in markets that are an hour, 2 to 3 hours from major metropolitan cities.
It is such an unusual market because we have an all-time low of first-time home buyers, but an all-time high of all cash buyers.
So where did all the starter homes go?
So let me stop it here. So they said they have an all-time low of first-time home buyers, but an all-time high of cash buyers. Guys, why do you think that is? Babe, why do you feel that we have more cash buyers than we have first-time homeowners or first-time buyers?
I'm thinking the cash buyers are more people that can afford it, like corporate buyers. That's what I've been
Could
hearing,
be.
that
Yes.
they're buying all of these homes up, and why there are so much low first-time home buyers because they can't
Mhm.
afford it.
Yes. I feel that same way. I feel that the that because of the corporations that are getting into the homes, they are they are they have the money. They have, like, from hedge funds and all these big corporations and stuff like that. They
Mhm.
are they are doing it. So I want to see something. Actually, no, I'll just keep it how it is. All right. So yeah, so that's how I look at it. I totally agree with you. All right. Let's get to it.
A starter home is typically modest in size and price.
It's the most affordable home in any market. If you're in the Midwest, maybe it's in the $100,000 range. If you're in California, a starter home might be in the $400,000 range.
To me, a starter home used to be a smaller condo, a smaller space, and someone would upgrade maybe after 5 years as they get married or have a family and want to move. But now we're actually seeing that most people are buying their first home as a single family residence and really planning on staying in place.
True.
America's home builders are making fewer of these kinds of units.
If you look at the number of single family starter homes, those defined as being 1,400 square feet or smaller, we used to supply anywhere between 400 and 500,000 units a year.
Over the past decade, builders have put up less than 100,000 homes each year.
Wow. So that's a very good question. As we can see from the chart, in the 70s, over close to 500,000 homes were built as starter homes.
Mhm.
And now look at that. In the past decade, less than 100,000. So you're telling me from 2008, pretty much from 2008, right around the economic crash or the Great Recession, all the way to now. So that's 16 years of starter homes that were under 1,400 square feet being created that has not been. Why why do you think what do you think is one of the reasons or two of the reasons why you have builders or home builders not building starter homes for people, especially at that size? Because under 1,400, that's what is that, a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom? Why do you think that we have issues where home builders are not building those type of homes?
Yeah, that was my question. I was gonna ask, why do you think that? Um, for I'm just thinking like they want us to be lifelong renters. I don't understand
I,
that.
I feel that can be one of the reasons, because starter homes are usually more affordable.
Mhm.
Okay, but
And they want
I
to make
also
more money, maybe.
now
Still.
I'm glad that you said that. So if a starter home is, let's say, 300,000, but you
Mhm.
build a home that's 2,000 square feet, and let's say you can sell that home, or let's say 2,500 square feet, you can sell that home for 600,000. It's more of a margin that they'll be able to have. They can make more
Yeah.
money, and they will be able to say, well, hey, look, this person has a bigger home. But there are people who are either just living by themselves, or maybe just a start husband and wife. They just started together. Then maybe they're not looking to have a family as of yet. And even if they are looking to have a family, you may understand that a lot of times what you have is that you having more and more people, they're having less children, not like they had
Yeah.
years ago. So you might have a person or a family who would just have one child. So they might only need that 3-bedroom house with a 1.5 bath or 2.5 bath, where they can say, okay, parents have a bedroom, child have a bedroom, and maybe a guest room if that's what they want, or a business room or something like that.
Mhm.
So the starter homes, in my opinion, I feel that they should build more of them because there are more families that are not the typical family of yesteryear in the 70s, where you had families where you had mom and dad and maybe 2 or 3 children, like Leave It to Beaver and stuff like that. But that's good. So I agree with you, right? I agree with you. They want more money.
Really, by far, the number one reason is the increasing difficulty that many builders have in dealing with zoning regulations.
Zoning laws are set at the local level. These laws can determine the size of each lot in a neighborhood. They can also specify how far a structure is set back from the property line, how tall it is, or how many units are on site. In many cases, these laws create an opportunity for local residents to challenge new development. The residents often raise concerns like overcrowding of schools and wear and tear on local roads.
A lot of this has to do with density restrictions within local communities. They may not want a townhouse or a condo community coming in, but they absolutely will welcome a single family community.
Zoning codes are found all around the country. The most restrictive ones are often found in major cities.
Many builders are not leaving.
Look at that right there. So Washington, Arlington, Alexandria, the DC, what they call that, the DMV area. Of course, New York, definitely. Okay, Rhode Island, I didn't know that. Seattle, Tampa, Milwaukee, Miami, Detroit, Boston, and Springfield. Wow.
Leaving money on the table. They are just simply unable to build, or it's become so expensive to build that they can only build high-end single family and high-end multifamily.
Given the high price of land, labor, materials, it's very difficult for big home builders to build the entry-level homes. There are a couple who specialize, like D.R. Horton, which has an express homes division, which specializes in starter homes. But for medium-sized builders, it's just very expensive in order to pencil all the costs they have and make it affordable to that lower-end buyer.
Wow.
Yeah, like you said.
As a result, home builders and first
that's wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. But I am going to, real quick, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to the chat and see what the chat have to say. How do you like this setup? Do you like the newscast setup, Bay? How do you like it? Do you do feel good? All right, good, perfect, perfect.
I like it when you do it as well. So I'm
Thank you.
appreciative to join on.
Perfect. All right, so what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna get to the chat and let's see what some of the things that the chat has to talk about. So I really like it. I enjoy it. I love when I have someone to come on. I be begging and pleading my viewers. I be like, please come on, and then they just give me the cold shoulder. I be like, all right, cool, no problem. So all right,
I get it.
Yep. There's a starter home. I'd be happy to just own one wall of a single room. Grand Miss says that house is 100 years out of my budget. I understand that these starter homes are getting more and more expensive. They're more and more expensive. Okay. Oh yes. Yes, corporations keep buying homes, converting them into rentals.
Yeah.
I forgot what town is
That's
it
all
that
I see.
they bought the whole town and converted it into rentals. The whole town. The whole town. Yeah, that's true. Kai, who has the cash? Who has the cash to pay an all cash offer for a $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 house? That's crazy. That's crazy. I agree, Grand Miss. Who has the money? Period. Okay. Grand Miss says that he's lucky to get a $2 lottery ticket. Yeah. Okay. What really, Kai? A black man saved $1 million from living in his car for 10 years. That takes dedication.
I believe it. I'm not gonna lie. I believe it.
That's amazing. Yes, Kai, you're in California. You said ain't no starter home in Cali. It costs $400,000. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. But let's see. Skillen said they predicted what was going to happen to the housing market long ago, buying up the more affordable homes so that the average American can afford to buy the home, fix them up with upgrades. Yes, that's what really gets me upset, where homes that average Americans like us, we could have bought and fixed it up. We could have lived in it and fixed it up slowly, like our grandparents did or our parents had opportunities to do. But you know, they don't really, we don't really have that, which is crazy, right? Then no one will be able to really afford them. Whoever owns the real estate, you have the upper hand. That is true. And I agree, prices are rising, but income isn't. Okay. Yes, Kai, they're making homes impossible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It said starter home, Piff can't even afford a starter room. You are so right, my brother. You are so, you are so right. And it is, you're right. Modern day gentrification. It is. It is. And it's gonna keep going. It's definitely going to keep going. Okay.
That's why I was mentioning to you before I go that when you was asking me what topics you want to discuss, like just and the point of what I'm trying to do is I'm seeing this more and more. The inflation going to keep going up, rent's going to keep going up, groceries going to keep going up. So nobody's coming to save us. We have to collectively save ourselves, figure out what our purpose is, especially the ones that are coming out of high school, figuring out what your purpose is, what you want to do, and finding meaningful degrees or certifications that'll you can have financial stability for yourself and your family. And
I agree.
our grown asses too. There's grown adults still, which I understand, trying to find their purpose, trying to find a way to help their family, help themselves.
I agree. My son, he's 15, and he told he's going to be 15 in 3 days, and he told me, he said, "Dad, I ain't trying to be broke out here." I said, "I hear that." And he told me, he said he wants to get into real estate. He wants to be a real estate agent so he can control his destiny, so that he doesn't have to be working hard in his 40s, 50s, and 60s. I said, "You 100% right. I agree with you. I agree with you." I'm going to read this last one. If you were paying attention, that's why they were throwing up new homes and apartments everywhere. I was questioning things then. I mean, they were cutting down everything, putting stuff up. That's true. They were. And you're right. When people really didn't have the money, they were doing it like crazy in my hometown. I was questioning every investor, construction worker that I best transporting. That's amazing. And it's crazy because some of the homes that they put up were not of great quality. It wasn't even of good quality. I've seen, there was something, I forgot what part of the country it was. I saw that a homeowner was they were buying the property and they got an inspection, and the home builder was like, "Oh, you don't need an inspection. We just built the home." It was a good thing they got an inspection, and the guy came with some machine that can check the moisture in the walls. Every single wall that he checked, it was moisture spots. So that meant that it wasn't even properly sealed. If they were to get that house, they would have problems up the yin yang. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. There's some inspectors that's on YouTube that do that, and it's crazy how things are. Yes, and yes, okay, we're gonna try to keep doing this in the future. As long as, babe, we communicate and we try to get things situated. You let me know your schedule and we go from there. Okay, and I'm gonna read this last one real quick. Now people's eyes are being opened. Unfortunately for the wave, it's a little too late because the damage was done. A few years back, there was a major change of wealth. Yes, the Great Recession really hurt a lot of people, and it transferred the wealth from our hands, what little wealth we had from our hands, into these corporations, and these corporations are allowed to run amok. I personally feel that what it should be is that it should be a law that states that no corporation, no person can own more than 5 homes at a time. You can have your primary rental, and you can have maybe a summer home and maybe 3 investment properties. But if you want another property, you have to sell one of those to be able to get into that property. That's just my opinion, but we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. And lastly, Yeah, lastly, is New Wave coming this time? I plan to be a part of it. I plan on being a part of it as well. Ms. Beatrice, she plans
Hell
to be a
yeah.
part of it. And she is showing us, giving us the game on how we can be able to work with the government and be able to get good loans and be able to have our businesses going out there. I am so thankful that you came on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really
Sure.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Do you have any last final words that you want to depart our wonderful, wonderful viewers with? Please, you
Yeah.
have the floor.
Yeah, just thank you. I had a good time. It was great. If you need any help, I do free consulting calls. You can go on to my YouTube channel, email me. I have my email on my channel, bsbusinesschannel@gmail.com, or you can go on my website and book a consulting call. We'll just talk about whatever you need, either if it's help with credit, needing a virtual assistant, needing help on how to start a business, bid on government contracts. If you are a service-based business, there are procurement sites out there where you could bid on government contracts, bid for work. That's what I do with my cleaning business. So that's bsbusinessconsulting.com. And thank you guys. This was fun. This is awesome.
Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad that your first live on
I know,
YouTube
right?
was with me. I
Yeah.
really, really appreciate it. Okay, this has been so much fun.
Yeah.
And as Grand Miss says, please let's keep it going and going doing this in the future.
Yeah.
We will. And Grand Miss, I understand how you feel about owning one home, but you might have people who may not want to have a home. So, I mean, if a person may say, hey, I'm okay with just renting, I feel that limiting the amount of homes that a person can have, because I've seen a person that had like almost, they said they had like 1 million homes. I was like, nah, that's wrong. That's just
Mhm.
totally wrong. But if that were to happen and limit it, that would really drastically change a lot of things that will cause a lot of people to be able to get into the market, and that will cause at least, if not lower home prices, that will cause prices to be at a level where people can afford them. So, but Beatrice, I really, really appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate you. Please, you're welcome back anytime. I want for us to be able to continue doing this. And if you have like any, let's say, articles that you want to talk about and stuff like that, what we can do is we can, figure out the logistics of it on things that we would talk about beforehand so that we can be able to have things a little more organized. This was just a test run.
I know this is
And
off the cuff.
yes, oh
I
yes,
met
yeah.
him when I got on.
Yes. So I mean, I'm glad that, but I'm glad that it worked out. I'm
Yeah, I
glad
love
that
it.
that we were able to really have things together and stuff like that. I really, really appreciate you. And now, and the next time, guys, when we are coming on, we will have everything. We'll have things more together and everything, and be able to really, really create shows that you guys can enjoy. Because I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are here for me. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Skilana says it was nice meeting you. Much success to
Oh,
you and
thank you.
YouTube and every business venture you are blessed with. Yes, I think yes,
Thank
and
you, guys.
I really wish that you all the success. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Grandman says the rents are 401. But one thing, but these rents today, yeah, these rents is crazy. Grandman says, thanks, Bay.
Yes,
Really,
thank you.
really appreciate you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, all right. So, guys, I am about to end the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Kai, for really joining. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to fix that why some of you guys are not getting the notifications. I don't know why, but I'm going to definitely try to fix it so that you guys can get further notifications from us, and we'll be able to link it up. Now, and Beatrice, yeah, I'm going to work with that virtual assistant so that it could be able to create things for us so that we can be able to have a nice professional look and be able to get it done. Okay.
Of course. Organic is always good, though. It did
Yes.
a good job. It was good.
Thank you, thank you. And you did a wonderful job of your first live coming on.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I
Thank
felt a
you.
little bit of the nervousness when I said, okay, the chat, our viewers at home made you feel welcome, and that's how it is over here. You will feel welcome, and people will be able to do what we have to do. All right, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Good night, Beatrice. Take care. Be safe.
Good
All
night.
right. So if you want to log off, you can. All right. You take care. Okay. Guys, how was it? How did you like our my special guest? You know, I really, really appreciate you guys. And of course, you guys know that I really like to bring you guys the different ideas and different people. So how did you guys like it? Good. 10 out of 10. Excellent. Excellent. Kai loved it. Yes, yes. Good. Skitlanda, yes, they have to hit the and oh yes, they have to hit the bell. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Graham is a heck 100 out of 100. Yes. So the next live, all right. So because I am, going to be helping out a lot more with my aunt because she can't really do anything for herself, I'm going to be over there pretty much almost like Monday through Friday, guys. I'll probably be over there on the weekends. So the next live most definitely will be next week, Friday. That's what I can, right at the moment in time until my aunt is able to walk up and down the stairs. That's what I can commit to right now. But it's like, and I appreciate it that that you understand, guys. I really do. And because it's not easy, but we have to take care of our family. Thank you, Nimrod. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you, Nimrod. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Skillante. It was awesome. Skillante, I'm coming on yours next. I'm coming on yours next. So if you can try to figure out ways that I can come on so that we can just knock it out the park and be able to come on. Is it going to be Sunday at 7 o'clock or something like that? If it is, please let me know so that I can join because I want us to definitely help each other. My family, you guys are my family. I love you guys. I care about you guys. I'm so happy that she came on and really, really talked about it. Yeah, you're right. That is definitely more important. You're right. And I am so glad because Kyrie, when she mentioned the disaster loans, the SBA loans, I said, please, I want her to come on. And I'm so glad that you were able to come on because I wanted to make sure that if you need something or want to be able to apply for something, you can apply for that. So I'm really, really, really thankful. My brothers and sisters, I'm about to end this. Really, thank you guys for joining me. Really, shout out to Bay's Business YouTube channel. You guys have gone and supported her. Really, really thank you guys. I know that this was a long one because longer than I usually do it, but I wanted to make sure that she gets an opportunity to explain her channel. And that's something that I want to do moving forward. I want to be able for us YouTubers to work together because our viewers at home, they want to be able to see that we are communicating with each other, we're working together and bringing wonderful content. And I always want to try to do that because I love you guys, I care about you guys, and I know that as we continue to grow together, we will be able to make it and make the world a better place. Yes, I do need some water. I'm going to get a big cup of water okay, so your next live stream will be next Sunday, not the coming Sunday, but the following Sunday. Okay, not a problem. So I will be on and be willing to join you. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining. I know your time is valuable, but you spent it with me. I really, really appreciate and love you for that. Please, if you haven't already, like the stream. You already made some comments and I see, and I really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, I greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe. I'm a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to reach that magic number of 1,000 subscribers. I got the 4,000 watch hours. I'm trying to get that number of 1,000 subscribers, but I can only do it with your help. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining and staying with me. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy your weekend. Please be safe out there. Peace. Good night, guys. Good night, good night, good night.